guys, welcome back to the Basswood carving channel. Just wanted to come on and do a quick little video for you today. First off, to thank everybody, because today last night I hit my 500 subscribers goal, so I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody that's been supporting the channel with comments and emails and just all the good positive support I've been getting, even from other carvers. So again, I really appreciate it. I mean, the carving community is just a great bunch of people, and I wouldn't expect anything less from them. So again, thank you, and I appreciate all the support. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button. Give us a notification bell ring so you know when we got a video coming up. But so my next goal is 1,000 subscribers, and we'll come on when we get 1,000 subscribers. And thank everybody again. So I appreciate it. Once again, we're going to do a little video today on the Carvin Jack. It's a little gift I got for my birthday from the wife, and I'm going to explain the pros and cons to you about the Carvin Jack. And so if you don't have one, you can decide whether you want to get one or whether you don't. So here's the Carvin Jack, and let's get started with the review. Okay, like I said, welcome back to the channel, and thanks everybody for supporting the channel. Really appreciate it. It means a lot, and hitting that 5 subscribers was a big goal for me. So now my next big goal is to get 1,000. So anyway, I wanted to do a little review on the Carvin Jack. So I'm going to close it all up and go over it with you. And it comes with this nice little sheath, which makes it nice. My reason for having a Carvin Jack is my son races motocross, and we usually spend a long weekend from Friday to Sunday, sometimes Saturday and Sunday, and racing motocross. And so there's a lot of sitting around time between motocross actual races and being ready to race and all that. So I always like to sit around and carve, and I'd like to do some videos. I might do some videos out there, but it's pretty loud and there's a lot of bikes running around, so it'd be kind of hard unless I just did a silent video. But anyway, I always pack up a bunch of carving tools and some blocks of wood, and usually for 2 days I sit out there and carve. And so my wife got me this nice little present for I believe it was my birthday, and I've used it a few times, and I thought I'd just do a little review on it in case you thought you might want to get one, or maybe you don't want to get one. But this is my kind of review of the Carvin Jack. Now this sells for around $115 to $120. I think it was like $128. I've seen it lately. I've seen it like $115. I believe it's still available on Amazon. If it is, I'll put up a link to it so you can find it. But what it is, it's a kind of an all-purpose carving tool, and it's got some pros and it's got some cons. So as I show you some of the tools inside of it, I'm going to tell you the pros and cons in my view of what they are. First off, you only get one knife, one carving knife, and the blades are a little hard to get out. You got to be really careful when you're opening the blades, especially now, since I got it all sharpened up. But you got to be really careful when you open the blades. And then the blades have a lock, so it's not going to close on your fingers, which is a good thing. And then it's got a little press button back here to unlock the blade and get it out. But this is your only actual carving knife in the whole set. When I first got it, I'll have to be honest with you, it was dull. It was dull like a butter knife. I had to do a lot of work, a lot of milling work, kind of sanding on a stone, and then took it down with some emery cloth, and to finally get a good sharp edge on it. I don't know if it was just this particular one, but it was dull. I just couldn't hardly carve, not like I'm used to with my carving knives. So I put some time into the blade, and I got it pretty decent, I think. the down point of the blade is it's fat. So up here on the tip, it's kind of fatter than what I like and what I'm used to. So I don't know, once we get back to our carving classes, I might have my instructor take it and do some work on it. But other than carving, I mean, I actually carved Doug's little pumpkin man one day when I was sitting at the track, and he popped up a new video, and I thought, man, I got a block of wood that'll work for that. So I actually carved Doug's little pumpkin man with it. Now I will tell you that I did the eyes when I got home with my detail knife, because I didn't have anything to, this was all I had, and my expectations of it were that I probably wouldn't be able to carve any fine detail with it. You know, maybe I could have, but I just didn't want to take a chance. I put a lot of time into getting this dude done. So that's kind of why I got this in here for the video, to show you that you can actually carve something with it. The hat, you know, all that, you know, pumpkin detail, I did do with the knife and with this knife. So that's the only carving blade. What I'd like to see is maybe another little fine detail carving knife in here, a little finer blade. But you know, like I said, if you're good with working on knives, you know, you might be able to take that tip down a little more, get it smaller. I just didn't want to take a chance of messing it all up. I just really wanted an edge that I could cut with. And like I said, the beauty of this is I don't have to take a whole bag full of tools or my whole toolkit with me when I go carving, although I did in the past, and I have. I've kind of used this little thing to do some projects when I'm just sitting around. Plus, I don't have to worry about somebody stealing all my stuff. It's got a little sheath. I can put it on my belt, have it on my side, and kind of use it. I actually used it to make a hot dog poker. We had some grilled hot dogs, and then we forgot to bring a spatula or anything, so I did make me some sticks to do the hot dogs with. So, but anyway, let's see what else is in here. Okay, we got a straight skew, just a straight edge skew. And I mean, there again, you know, it's kind of the thing with flex tool. You guys know I use flex tools, flex cut tools, and you know, whenever you get something from them, they take a little bit of work to get a nice edge on them to start off with. They never come like really sharp, not like my Lion's knife or my Dunkel knife. You know, they need some work, but they do have a good quality blade that will sharpen up when you put some work into it with stropping. So it's got a straight edge skew, and a detail or a carving knife, and then we have a V tool. Now, the thing about this V tool is, and I'll show you guys, the thing about it is you can only really do pull cuts with it, okay? And it does a nice V cut when it's stropped up, you know, but I don't like the fact that I can't push with my V tool, because a lot of times when I'm doing my V cuts, I'm usually pushing. So it's kind of a downfall, kind of a con, I think, is that there's only one angle. I mean, I guess because of the fact that you know, you can put it inside the knife itself. Maybe that's a good thing, but maybe having another V tool in there like one of these other ones. Okay, then we got a I think you call it a scorp, which is kind of like for making spoons. And I haven't made any spoons yet, but maybe I'll cut up some blanks to take to the track. And this thing is really, really dull. I haven't even done any stropping on it or anything. So that's what we got. It's kind of a scorp, I believe it's called a scorping tool. All right, so that's the three tools on one end. All right, on the other end we have, oh, I'm sorry, this is on the same end. Then on the other end here we have a smaller U tool. There again, it's curved, so all you can do is pull cuts. So be really careful and make sure you have your glove on. Okay? And then, like I said, you're going to have to do some work on it. Because you can see this thing, I'm cutting on a little soft piece of basswood and it's struggling through there. So definitely plan on doing some work on these. All right, I'll have to do some more work on them. All right, so got a U-tool, U-shaped gouge, and then the last little blade in here is the way I wish they would have done the V-tool. Okay, we got another U-tool here, a U-gouge. Okay, and why couldn't they do the V-tool like that? It would have been so much easier to do the V-tool with a straight edge on it. I would think like so. So, yeah, those are the 6 blades that come with it. All right, price, like I said, is $115 to $120 if you get it at your woodcraft store. I'm sure it's going to be like $125. To me, that's a con. Pretty overly priced for just a pocket knife with some blades in it. I imagine it cost a little bit of money to make this thing, but you know, for $125, I can buy quite a few knives and gouges. You know, at least 5 or 6 of those good gouges in that. So you know, it seems a little pricey to me to have, you know, a pocket knife, $125 pocket knife. But it is convenient. It is nice having the tools, and like I said, you can carve with it. You are going to have to do some work, and you know, Flex Cut. They don't sponsor me or anything, so I'm not afraid to call them out on the sharpness of their tools. They're not the sharpest tools in the bag, that's for sure. You definitely have to do some work on all your Flex Cut tools. The reason I use Flex Cut is just because, you know, it was the first knives I purchased when I started carving, and you know, I've kind of dealt with them and learned with them, worked with them, sharpened them, actually improved my sharpening. That helped me get my sharpening techniques down. But you know, if you got one of these little Flex Cut sharpening tools, you can sharpen that thing right up pretty good. You know, don't get me wrong, you can sharpen them. You know, they just take a little work, you know, with a good strop. And if you haven't used one of these strops for your V-tools and your U-gouges and stuff, I suggest you get you one of these, especially if you're going to get you one of these. Okay? So, there again, I wish we would have a little better detail knife in here. Let me show you the detail knife one more time. The other thing is they put the detail knife in the middle, so I don't know if that has anything to do with, you know, the blade and everything. I mean, that nothing actually rubs except for the side of this straight gouge right here, the skew tool. So it does make it a little hard and a little risky getting your tools out. The other thing is make sure, you know, that you lock that dude in there. Make sure it's locked in there before you go, you know, cutting away on it. But like I said, I did do some work on this thing, so it does have a nice edge on it now. I probably spent a couple hours working on it, and I do have a pretty nice sharp edge again. But as far as like doing, you know, little cuts, I really like my small knives for that kind of stuff. You can do it, but I feel like, see, you got a little raised edge there from where the tip kind of pushes out. So if I want to do a really small detail in there, I have a hard time with that big fat tip. But you know, you might adjust to it. Like I said, I've done that, and I actually did put the mouth in there, so it wasn't too bad. But I wasn't going to risk it with the eyes. I put a lot of time into carving it, so I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to mess up with the eyes. And you can see I still got some splintering and kind of rough spots in there where it wasn't that sharp. So that's the Carvin Jack, it's called. Um, maybe you might like to get you one. Maybe you would just rather spend your money on a few other good knives and a little travel case if you like to travel on the road with your carvings. But something I had. I thought I'd share it with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this review on the Carvin Jack. Um, Hit like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. You might not like the tool, but maybe the video found helpful. But let me know in the comments, would you buy one of these for $125, or do you already have one of these? Maybe you got some tips that you can leave in the comments for somebody that's purchased one of these. Again, it was a birthday present for me, so I couldn't complain, but I loved it, because I thought, hey, it's great. I don't have to take a bunch of tools with me, and you probably can get used to using them the way they are in there. As far as somewhat of a bushcraft type knife, yeah, I think it would be good. You could use it as a bushcraft carving tool. It does come with a nice case, nice little leather case. So that's the Flex Cut Carving Jack. Thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.